After her nursing course, Owens got a job as a nurse at Nakaseke Hospital. Having been a hard worker, Tumuhimbise secretly did her A-levels at Nakaseke Senior Secondary School in 2003. Her family was hit by a pleasant surprise 2 years later when the newspapers reported about a nurse who went to school only on Wednesdays and weekends but managed to get 18 points in USCE. Which nurse happened to be their daughter, Owens?
We just saw in the papers, New Vision, Owens with 18 points. They were talking about the Musawo who used to study for on and offs when she had offs. And when she was working on night, then during the day she goes for studies. And she did very well. She even did better than a sister who was in senior 6 and senior 5. So she got those points. And then we called her, we said, we are seeing it to Muhimbise Owens in the papers. Are you really you or they are just names? She said, Banange, these people, I wanted to come and surprise you. Now they have exposed me, but it's me. Say thank you to me. So she came and told us, I knew you were not happy with me when I said I was doing nursing, but now you wanted me to join HSC. I'm through, and I'm going to the university.
Owens Agnes Tumuhimbise went on to offer a degree in public administration and management at Nkumba University and later on studied at the South African College of Complementary Therapy where she received a diploma in nutrition. This knowledge Owens used to a great extent to improve the lives of others through nutrition workshops and demonstration gardens.
She registered at Makerere evening. She would come from Nakaseke in the evening to come and study. But she studied for one term, one semester. She couldn't make it. She failed. Time. Then she registered in Nkumba. I said that by then I was also in Nkumba University. So I said, come and join us for the weekend. And she joined the weekend program. And she took public administration and management. I was just a year ahead of her. We were there together. I was the coordinator for our section in our year, and she was the coordinator for the section that were following us. And people were like, but these people resemble, Said, we are different people we met here. But of course, finally, they were like, can you love each other? Each time she would come and say, Banang. When we were talking, and she would just, Banang, tell me how you did this coursework. Said, Then finally, they found out we were mother and child. And they said, this is unique. How can mother and child relationship be like this? And actually it is to all our children, even when we have these boys here, we are so close. So she completed. But all in all, she was like, I will leave you somewhere. I must leave you somewhere.
Before I get married.
Before I get married. And she had 1,001 boys.
On her case.
On her case. But everybody, she would say, and she would bring them to me. Mommy, this one wants to be your muko. But I told him, let him wait for 10 years more because I want to buy a plot and I want to build for you. Buy you a vehicle, then you go.
Owens turned her parents' life that was full of struggles into a thrill. She took a loan of $2 million and bought them a piece of land where their home sits today. Mr. and Mrs. Bitwire knew beyond a shadow of doubt that Lucky was the man who was to be their son-in-law.
I think it was like in March. He came and said, I'm joining the army. And this man is taking me to the army. Then I said, but he told me he's a policeman. Yeah, he's a policeman, but all of that is security and a security organization. That's where I'm going. I said, please come up, can you tell me? He said, you know what? Musa is taking me. And Musa was just outside of his dad, He said, Musa is taking me. So I have come brought him to show you. Said, okay, it's okay. That one is okay. Hey, so he introduced him. I remember it was in the evening. They had come with something. He said, because I have come to show him to you people, we are just brief, we are going back quickly. I said, no, you have to prepare something for you. We prepared, and then they left. Then immediately, he said, now I'm comfortable, I can go. And I'm going to speed up my program.
And she's the same person who had bought you the house?
No, this house, she actually contributed. She contributed, but we have another Moko who contributed in labor.
Okay.
Then she joined, then the brother joined. Actually, he joined, but initially, she was the one pushing.
Owen's wedding was a day of joy for everybody. The sky was not even the limit for her. She was disciplined, hardworking, religious, and very developmental. To add an icing to the cake, she was getting married to a responsible spouse, a young, handsome, hardworking soldier. Everybody agreed that this angel deserved all of this. But 3 months later, a speeding truck on NTV Road reversed it all.
Come April, said, I'm introducing in July. Hey, said, you are pushing on quickly. Said, yeah, I told you when I feel I have done what I have done for you, I will go. July, introduced. On the introduction, you know what? I'm wedding in December. They fixed the date. Said, fine, because all you have done is enough for us. December 4th, she wedded normally. I mean, we had a giveaway here, and she actually said, gave a gift to almost everybody who was here, including the in-laws. Every relative who attended here went with a gift from her own hands. Then gifts to the in-laws, all of them almost. It was a very wonderful giveaway, you know, being the firstborn, you know, in appreciation. All friends from different corners. You know, we have been civil servants, we have been teachers, we have moving around, but we invited everybody. And everybody was like, we must come and attend the Owen's wedding. And we gave her away, and we were very happy with Musa. So good. I think God had rewarded her. Because he even doesn't look a policeman, you know, the characters of the policemen, and so humble, so loving, so good, so caring, you know.
How long did Owen spend in her marriage?
3 months only. Because she wedded on 4th and died on 19th March. 4th December and March 19th, she died, honestly. Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, she had an accident, actually at Chibuye, or Kumadara, on the zebra crossing. We are told after she had come out of the taxi, she was actually standing by the side. And you know where the taxis park. Then this tanker came from NTV on high speed. And some people were coming to cross on the zebra crossing, but the man didn't care and was on high speed. So he tried to avoid that big crowd coming to cross. And in the process, they call it, is it a mandgad or what? This front part of the water tanker pulled on. She was pregnant and had a sweater, which she had tied the knot here, and it pulled her, fell down on her back. And the last tire just rolled on her stomach. So the child died instantly. The liver broke, according to what we saw in the report of the scan, because I went with her in the scan.
When Jessica Biture got to the hospital, Owen still had the same old energy. She was in intense pain, but cared about her family, the child she was carrying, and cautioned her family not to cry for her when she is gone.
So she was kept on telling me, Mommy, all I want to tell you is, Let these people not lie you with their machines and whatever, put me on oxygen, do what? And they lie you that I'm going to survive. I'm going to die. That was around now midday. I know 3 hours later, I not still be alive. In fact, right now, let them take me to the scan and we find out whether my child could be alive. So we started trying to, of course they were organizing. So we went to the scan. Reaching there, she was the first one to tell us, you know, Mommy, you see? Look at that one. My child is already dead. You can see how blood is, you know, flooding in the stomach. And she would keep on talking. And in fact, she left everybody in tatters, even the medical people there. Up to today, when you go there, they will tell you that one left us in shapeless. And she said, I know. Another thing that breaks my heart is that I'm dying. My dad, my husband are not here. Much as I know they would break, because he had just come from the operation. But I needed to see them the last eye.
So when your child was taken away to the theater, what happened?
Yeah, in fact, when they left, she went with her sister, Fiona, just pushing the bed. She said, no, I can't go alone. Let's go with Fiona. They went. And when they were going, he kept on telling her, please, can I have oxygen? I feel the oxygen is getting off, getting out. Then Fiona also kept on, you know, and that one was following.
She kept blowing.
Yeah. And by the time they reached the door of the theater, she just saw things coming. And I thought when she was asking for the air, I think she was taking off, but she didn't know. And the nurses, I think, didn't want to tell her. She was comfortable, left them. Short after, they just invited us. And I went. When I reached there, there was Dr. Senyonga, who was her friend, in fact, who joined in the operating the dad. She came and told me, Mama Owens, you have always been brave. We were very happy with Owens when we operated the dad. I liked the way you treated the dad psychologically until he was operated. But this story long, it needs prayers. You remember that time I was comforting you, I was sure we are going to be done with the operation. But this story, I don't know. Then I said, Dr. Senyonga, I can already read your eyes and your minds. Owens is dead. Tell me, don't just go around. He just moved back in. I followed him. He went directly. He said, can I see my daughter? She had told me never to cry.
All sorts of emotions hit Owen's family, relatives and friends. At the burial, people asked all sorts of questions, but answers could not possibly come from mankind. To this day, Owen's mother, Jessica Bitwire, struggles to heal her family from what befell them, yet she, the mother, who saw her life come down with her daughter's demise, also secretly struggles with the loss of her best friend.
When people came, everybody was like actually cursing God. Because everybody was like, no, it shouldn't be Owens to go. More of in an accident. She would fall sick and people find her in hospital. The way she visited people in hospital. The way she visited people at home. Old women from our place all packed themselves in the vehicle came. She would buy them clothes. She would buy them what? She would get time and rush and go there. Takes small things. And everybody was like, no. And they knew they would find me also dead. And the father. And the sisters, actually. But they found me, we were there, and I was the one counseling them. Whoever would see us would just burst. Whoever, we didn't make an announcement, but whoever heard of it would communicate, they get a vehicle, they come. Communicate a vehicle, there are so many people. She really left a legacy. And everybody was like, no, it shouldn't have been Owens. No, not at this time. No, not at this time. After the function where everybody was joyful, everybody was happy, now you are saying This is by? No. And everybody wondered. Actually, everybody was like, yeah, we now believe you really got saved. We now believe you are a daughter of, I normally call myself Muwala wa Yesu.
Jessica Bitwire, the mother to the late Owens Agnes Tumuhimbise Tibakirana, decided to put her pain aside and become a support system for everybody else. Jessica registered some success in strengthening family and friends. But when all was said and done, Jessica was left alone with the deepest sadness. All alone when no one can see or hear her, Jessica frequently mourns for her daughter.
I'm so emotional. If it is happiness, I'm really happy, topmost. If I'm upset, then I'm down. But when they found me, singing to Kutendereza, saying bye to Owens, and normally, even the people at home, at their home there, they feared it's me who had to remove the braids, combed her hair. She told me she wants to go in her nursing uniform, dressed her in her uniform, put her cape. She went professional as a nurse, as she loved it.
Did it change somewhere, a few days when the people have gone and it's just you, or maybe some of your children have also gone back to work and school? Did it now start to change?
Yeah,
Did
definitely.
you break down at some point?
Yeah. Actually, as a counselor, what I know, you need that bereavement. So, after one time, I would lock myself inside my bedroom, bring my TV, put there the video, the tape of the giveaway. In the giveaway, she sang me this, "Mama, how are you today?" As she was giving me the gift. So
is there anything in any way that annoyed you about your child's death?
Yeah. Actually, what annoyed me was that the way the police handled the case annoyed me, because up to today we don't know what happened. It's like there was a bribe or what, I don't know. Nothing. It ended there and then. That thing annoyed me. I said, for sure, there was nothing that could be done.
Yet they got hold of him. The man who did that.
Yeah, and even at one time they called us. We went there. He was like asking for forgiveness. He said, "Yeah, we are aware. Of course, it was not intentional, but something should be done."
Yeah. So, Mama.
Yes, please.
Today, what lesson do you pick from this experience of your life?
Actually, the greatest experience is we should always be prepared all the time. Because I remember when I picked her bag, her money purse, I found there her passport, I found there her photos, small photos with the names, I found there the addresses, and I found there that book she was reading, Successful Wife. Then what came in my mind was she was focused on her family and she was already determined to be a successful wife. And from that, I also heard the way she was focused to move with those documents. Suppose it was even in a wrong place, very far away, how would she be identified?
So let's take a break, Mama. We shall continue from there. Okay. Owens was absolutely very different and very special.